We're here on our first stop of our Northwest and Alaska reptile road trip here in Monroe, Washington, checking out the Reptile Zoo. So obviously, if you couldn't tell, one of the first main attractions of this place is the albino alligator, but they actually do have quite a variety of species represented here, from both venomous and non-venomous, like a bunch of different cobras and vipers. They have this... You never see the Mexican red-legged tarantula crawling on the ceiling, so at least I never do, but I thought that was really cool. A really cool variety of species, several different of the really cool different naturally existing patterns of the rosy boas, some other North American colubrids, quite a wide variety of different species of lizards, monkey-tail skinks, Cuban nidinoles. I forgot all about this budgets frog. I've actually never seen too many of those patterned budget frogs, but I just think they're really cool. Some Chinese cave geckos, which I absolutely adore. A crested gecko, because of course you have to. A really cool species of Australian gecko. A bunch of really cool stuff. They also have a two-headed turtle, which was also, very widely advertised. This is actually a really cool little place. It's kind of like everyone's kind of favorite dream of having their own small little facility of like roadside zoo. And I know that the roadside part kind of has a negative connotation to it, but it really is a really cool place. Every single animal looked very well cared for, very well knowledgeable little bits of information were on there. Everything looked really cool. And they had a lot of other educational information being put out around the area. Oh yeah, they have an entirely transparent little section for their alligator, so you can see their entire filtration systems for their very large common alligator as well as the albino alligator. So it was really cool. You get to sit there and see, like, not only have these very large enclosures for these big reptiles, which is really good to see, but you got to see like all of the work and filtration and the mechanics that come with that. The big king cobra and the gaboon viper and the other cobras, everybody loves to see the venomous elapids and vipers, which is really cool too. I know not really my biggest thing, but I still thought they were really, really cool. They were just kind of had stuff all over the place a little bit. Not necessarily like one section was this, another section was another thing, but it's still really cool to see just a wide variety of species represented here. And again, like I said, they were all really well taken care of. It's really cool. And they had a young king cobra here. They even had informational signs about them specifically. They also have a little area for reptile adoptions that, because they get surrenders and things and rescues and things like that as well. So any of them that they're able to, come about to where they would be able to be rehomed, they do have those for, and they even have like a little criteria of like, okay, beginner, intermediate, more advanced, more, about levels of experience when it comes to the individual things. So at least, they're not just giving them out they're not flipping reptiles, which looking at the place like this, obviously they wouldn't. Oh man, I forgot about the pancake and the ornate. Oh man, I love those ornate Uromastics. This is a really cool species of rattlesnake. I think I've only ever seen one represented before, and that was at Reptile Gardens in South Dakota. Really cool palm pit vipers, a Bismarck green python. I really wish that the glare wasn't so bad. These guys are a really cool, underrated species of python. It was just really interesting. And again, I also apologize. There's kind of a lot of just camera glare because we weren't able to get a really cool like backstage tour of the place, and so you get kind of that unfortunate glare lighting when you have the phone up against the window for the camera work, but hopefully you're able to see that. And this is actually, it didn't seem like it, but this place was pretty big. They have a lot of animals in what seemed to be like a smaller area, but none of them looked cramped. They all looked well taken care of. Lots of stuff that was easily able to be switched out and changed around for them. It looked like everyone's lighting and heating and like there were no small water dishes for everybody. Even some of the larger pythons where you had large water bowls for them to almost completely submerge in. Obviously, like the anacondas and alligators and caiman were able to as well. But apologies for the kind of speed up process. A lot of these guys we've seen before, but it's just really cool. I just kind of wanted to show the actual, breadth of this large facility.